All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Des Moines City Council meeting of November 5th. We will call our meeting to order in just a minute, but prior to that, we've got our own council member, Mr. Gray, who I think is going to have some special words for us. Would you want us to stand or?
Stand.
All right, we'd ask everybody to participate with us to stand at this time. Thank you.
You know, this weekend marked the second anniversary of one of the most horrific crimes that I've ever seen, especially handling in my neighborhood. We had two innocent policemen mercilessly gunned down and killed for doing their job, doing nothing more than their job protecting us. I said a prayer at that last council meeting, and I'm going to say the same prayer again. Blessed are you, Lord, God of mercy, who through your Son gave us a marvelous example of charity and the great commandment of love for one another. Send down your blessings on our law enforcement officials, who so generously devote themselves to helping others. Grant them courage when they are afraid, wisdom when they must make quick decisions, strength when they are weary, and compassion in all their work. When they are called to aid both friend and stranger, let them faithfully serve you in their neighbor. Should danger come their way, hold them firmly in your care. At the end of their day, unite them safely with their families. St. Michael, the Archangel, patron saint of law enforcement officials, watch over them. Amen.
Amen.
All right, let's call this meeting to order, and I will ask the clerk to please take roll.
County,
Here.
Coleman,
Here.
Bozen,
Here.
Gray,
Here.
Westergaard,
Here, Westergaard is here.
Mandelbaum,
Here.
Gatto.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, item number 2 is approving the agenda as presented and/or as amended.
Move.
Item's been moved quickly. Item 4I has been added. It's consideration of a new Class C liquor license. Item 40D was added. It's a final consideration of an ordinance. Above, the waiver was requested by the council and requires 6 votes. And the regular agenda items, 42 is corrected from Stacey Harper Bennett and Brett Niederhauser with the Des Moines Arts Center to speak regarding sound permits. With those, it's been moved. Is that all right to make those corrections and add that to
Yes,
your
sir.
motion? All right.
I'll move it.
So if everybody would vote on that one.
Westergaard,
Westergaard votes yes.
7 yes.
All right, item 3 is approving the consent agenda tonight. Those are items 3 through 40. And this evening, item 4H and 4J, Councilmember Coleman votes no. Item 5, County votes no. Item 6C, Coleman and Gatto wish to speak. Item 14, Councilmember Gatto wishes to speak. And item 17, Councilmember Westergaard wishes to speak. Are there any other items in the audience that anybody would like to have pulled for further discussion? Otherwise, the balance of the items will be taken as one vote, except for the ones that we've pulled for this evening.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes,
The commission would like to speak to that item 17 as well.
item 17. Okay,
I see no others, Mr. Mayor. I'll move item 3.
all right.
Westergaard,
Westergaard votes yes.
7 yes.
All right, that takes us to item 6C. Item 6 is ordering the construction of the following. C is the James W. County Sports Park signage improvements, receiving the bids 11/20 of 18 and setting the date of the hearing for December 3rd of 18. The engineer's estimate is $790,000. Council communication number 18-555. Mr. Gatto.
Yeah, I'll just take a quick minute, and I'll let Councilman Coleman. We just want to take a moment to really thank the county family, especially Jim County, Mid-America Energy for helping us. I mean, this is a tremendous, what he's done for this whole area where the baseball field is and the soccer field, and just the signage improvements with the arch that's going to go over Southeast 14th, and then the arch that's going over Hartford. It's tremendous, and this is a main draw for people just coming everywhere. I'm just happy that we have this in Ward 4, and just want to say thank you.
Mr. Coleman?
Just not much to add. I will say, not everybody that's here tonight or watching saw our workshop this morning. The Convention and Visitors Bureau was here. You know, over the course of the 12 months in each year, the county soccer park and the county baseball stadium drive as many room nights and hotel stays as any attraction that we have. And that is a way that many families around Iowa and the Midwest get introduced to Des Moines, coming here for soccer and baseball tournaments. And I love the fact that Mr. County, Mid-American Energy are allowing us to roll out the red carpet as our guests arrive.
I'll move item 6C.
Anyone else want to make any comment? Seeing none? Linda?
I approve. Vote yes. I'm sorry, I'm not able to tell when you're voting. It's not coming through.
No, that's all right. That's why I'm asking you to vote. Good job.
Okay.
7 yes.
Item 14. Item 14 is a land property transaction. Item 14 is to authorize voluntary acquisition and to approve and accept real estate documents for property located at East Watrous Avenue and west of Southeast 30th Court from George D. and Margaret J. Fisher for the Des Moines River Trail Phase 2 project, Council Communication Number 18-544. Mr. Gatto.
Mr. Mayor, thank you. I need to take some time to thank our staff for putting some of this together. Our Parks Department, engineering, real estate. This is wonderful that we finally got this done. This will connect Easter Lake to downtown, to basically the Trestle Bridge, and then going south, we're going to work on connecting Carlisle, Norwalk, and Somerset area for all of our trails. So when the Easter Lake is filled back up and done, we will have connectivity that will get all of those folks to be able to get on the trail. So this is wonderful. Good work by everyone involved. Thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Fisher for helping us out with that and being a good neighbor. And I'll move item 14 unless there's any other comments.
Anybody? Joe, thank you.
Thank you.
Linda?
But yes.
7 yes.
All right, item 17 is Board Commission Neighborhood. Item 17 is approving the Greater Des Moines Sister Cities Commission recommendation of establishing a sister city relationship with Pristina, Kosovo. Linda Westergaard.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I just wanted to commend the Sister Cities Commission. I know that they've worked hard, and I believe that we have some folks in the audience that would like to talk about this new relationship with Pristina in the country of Kosovo.
All right, anybody want to speak from the Sister City Commission? Thanks for leading that off.
Are there people there?
Yes.
Yes, they are. They are
Okay.
stepping up as we speak.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, my name is Roger Nowatsky, and I'm the chairperson of the Greater Des Moines Sister City Commission. It's my pleasure to be here and to address you. With me is Holly Askey, Norwalk's representative on the commission as well. And in the audience, we have some supporters of the Iowa-Kosovo relationship, the greater metropolitan area relationship to Kosovo, and the pending Des Moines Christina Sister City relationship as well. They are representatives from Iowa sister states, the Iowa National Guard, the Greater Des Moines Partnership, including the Young Professional Committee of the Partnership, the City of Johnston, and members of the Greater Des Moines Sister City Commission. Would you please stand to show your support? Thank you.
Thank you all for coming down. Appreciate your support.
In your
And
council,
with that, I think it would be appropriate, I'll move item 17.
All right, she's moved it, and we're going to let Mr. Nowatzki finish his comments, and it looks like there's
Okay.
someone else to stand up. So it has been moved, and so noted. Thanks, Linda.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
And foolish of me to take it off the consent agenda for something like this, okay? Again, in your council packet, you have my remarks, written remarks about the relationship with Pristina. Also in your packet, you have a copy of the Des Moines Register article, which is the first in the series of 3, that talks about the Iowa-Kosovo relationship and how special it is in its history and uniqueness, okay? And so we're going to take, I know you're very busy, and your time is precious, but we just wanted to have the opportunity to express to you our thanks and also talk about to you and also to the community to understand a little bit about this wonderful relationship which we're about to embark on, okay? And again, I'll try to keep my remarks short. So again, item 17 is the resolution authorizing entering into a relationship between Des Moines and Pristina, Kosovo. Presently, Des Moines has 4 long-standing sister cities: Kofu, Japan; Szechwan, China; Saint-Antoine, France; and Stavropol, Russia. And they're all long-standing and very interesting and diverse relationships that we really appreciate and enjoy, okay? All of these relationships, except one, Saint-Antoine, is a capital city, the capital city of a special relationship that the state of Iowa has with a particular region in the world, okay? And the newest one we're talking about is also Pristina, which is the capital city of the country of Kosovo, which is one of the newest democracies in the world and part of the Balkan states, okay, the areas, okay? And Pristina has chosen Des Moines as the location of the U.S. consulate office, okay? So the commission has been thinking about this possible relationship with Pristina for some time. And in addition to that, there are already activities with our institutions and our businesses engaging with their counterparts in Pristina already, and for a number of years. As examples, DMAC has a strong interest and interaction with Kosovo. The University of Iowa has a satellite, which has a satellite campus in Des Moines, has an internship program with the University of Pristina. Stone Castle wine, created from grapes and vineyards, just a stone throws away from Pristina, is being sold on our shelves at Hy-Vee, okay? Drake University, the Greater Des Moines Partnership, the Sister City Commission were part of a delegation from Iowa sister states last May to Pristina and Kosovo. And as an aside, the last year's Lonely Planet travel guide listed Kosovo as one of the 10 most interesting places in Europe to visit and highlighted Pristina in their travel guide. So I think we have a unique opportunity. There's some commonality between Pristina and Kosovo, Kosovo, and Des Moines, in addition to our interesting differences. Pristina is about 205,000 population, similar to Des Moines. Both, as I mentioned, are capital cities, so it would be a capital city relationship, but this would be a capital city of the country to Des Moines, Iowa. Pristina and the country of Kosovo has a very young population who has assumed leadership roles in governance and entrepreneurship. And as we know from many publications, the greater Des Moines area in Des Moines has an outstanding, it's been listed as one of the best places in the whole United States for young professionals to grow and prosper, okay, and a place to live, okay? And again, we have with us a group, the Young Professionals Group from the partnership, that are really excited to get to work with building some relationships with young professionals in Pristina as well. So again, there are shared opportunities which are set out in the resolution. Again, I could mention them, but I'd like to spend the rest of my time to introduce Holly Askey, again, who is on our Sister Cities Commission, on the Kosovo Committee, and Holly can give you a sense of texture and understanding and excitement there is in this relationship we have based upon Norwalk's building the relationship with their sister city of Worcester. So Holly, please.
Good evening. As you've heard, my name is Holly Askey. I'm the Economic Development Director for the City of Norwalk, and I would like to compliment your staff really quickly because I've worked with them quite a bit. I think Rita's here, and I worked with Naomi and several others, and you guys have a really class act staff, so congratulations on picking the best. But yes, so the City of Norwalk started our relationship with Kosovo about 3 years ago when the consulate initially opened in downtown. And it's just been kind of a growing friendship and relationship since then. The Consul General, Gashi, he's been just amazing to work with, very humble and gracious person. And, you know, he was a war general, and he's been through so much, but such a kind person and helpful and so grateful to America. And so in about a year and a half ago, in July, we had our Norwalk State of the City address, and Major General Orr and Consul General Gashi came down and announced to our community that we had been selected to partner up with Vustri, Kosovo. And they had selected Vustri to pair Norwalk with based on our similarities. We have a lot of similarities in our industry, kind of our growth rates. We're developing quickly. This is a city that's, I would say, newer because most of it was destroyed during the war in 98 and 99. And they have a very young and aggressive mayor that's just doing phenomenal things in this city. So we have a lot of companies that have similar products, and we're looking right now to do some trade back and forth between our different companies. So we went with the delegation back in May over to Kosovo, and we were just completely blown away. It is truly the most American-loving, friendly country in the world. They have our American flags and our Iowa flags everywhere. There's a Kosovo flag. It was a very humbling experience. They did standing ovations when we would walk into events. I mean, it was just, we weren't even soldiers, half of us, but just the fact that we were Americans, they're so grateful to us for what America did for them during the war and essentially helped liberate them. And they've never forgotten it, and they are a young society. The happy ending to this particular story with America and our military's intervention and assistance over the last 20 years, there's a happy ending to this because I think that, you know, since America's inception, we've helped a lot of countries and we've provided a lot of aid as we should, being a blessed nation. But not every country is grateful. Not every country likes us. They sometimes kind of cycle back into unfortunate circumstances, but Kosovo is quite opposite of that. They are a free democracy. They're a republic. They've been independent now for 10 years, and they're building all over the place, and they are really ready to give back, and they just absolutely love America. So the trip was amazing. It was life-changing. And so then in August, we invited their delegation to come to the Metro. So they actually stayed in Des Moines, and we showed them everything that makes Iowa amazing, even the state fair, which you get the good and the bad there, but it's us. And so they got to see that. But it was Veterans Day at the fair, so they got to participate in the military parade. And you know, they kind of teared up, and they love us, and it was quite an experience for them. But we toured all of our businesses. We showed them everything that makes Des Moines and downtown unique, and they love that. And so we've already started on some partnerships with business and trades. We have several companies that we're looking at either opening some sort of a business in Kosovo or just maybe exporting their products there, and then vice versa. We're working with a large furniture manufacturer in Kosovo that would like to build somewhere in the Metro or hopefully Norwalk at some point. And then we have several student exchange programs that we're working on. We got to host General Rama's son for a year, and he's the commander of the entire Kosovo security force for the nation. So that was a great experience. And we're also working on some worker employment exchanges because all of our companies, which I'm sure you're dealing with the same thing, we just can't find enough people to fill our growing companies and the open positions that we have. And over there, since they're a new and growing country, they don't have enough jobs to fill their population. And it's a newer country and a younger population. So we're going to establish a program where we can bring younger or unemployed Kosovars to Norwalk and the Metro, and they can fulfill some of our employers' needs, and they can learn some good skills and get some income and some benefits, and then go back to their country and help their companies grow with those new skills. So we have a lot of very tangible results from this partnership, and I'm involved in a lot of foreign relations, but this is the most successful and tangible partnership for any type of foreign relation initiative. So congratulations on your steps forward with this. I don't think you'll regret it. You'll love them, as we've all grown to love, and I'm very grateful to the National Guard for establishing this partnership, and Ambassador Branstad and Governor Reynolds and U.S. Senator Ernst. They played a huge role in this whole relationship coming to fruition. So it's been phenomenal. So congratulations, and thank you for letting us take your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Holly, and thank you. We urge the passage of the resolution.
All right. We have a motion that Linda gave us a minute ago, or
Excellent.
about 12 minutes ago.
Westergaard votes yes.
All right. Thank you, Linda.
7 yes.
All right, that completes the consent agenda and takes us to item 41. Item 41 is amending Chapter 118 of the Municipal Code regarding regulation of industrial wastewater and commercial wastewater, Council Communication Number 18-547. Any comments from the council or anybody in the audience want to speak to this item of the amending of Chapter 118? Thank you all for coming down.
I'll move.
Item's been moved.
Westergaard votes yes.
I'll move the other reading.
7 yes.
Communication and report, this one from Stacy Harper Bennett and Brett Niederhauser with the Des Moines Arts Center to speak regarding sound permits. Come on up.
And Brett unfortunately couldn't make it, so you just have me this evening. But I greatly appreciate the opportunity to present. The Art Center offers building rentals, mostly during the summer, from 5 p.m. to midnight, predominantly on Friday night and Saturday nights. Wedding receptions make up quite a bit of that. They do generate some revenue for us, but we do also offer gratis events for our community partners. And these events are really wonderful to bring in visitors who may not be aware of the Art Center's free admission and the role in the community as a community resource for people. So these events often have a DJ. They are held in our open air courtyard. So it's surrounded by the 3 buildings, but they're in the middle of the courtyard, open air, thus the sound permit issue. Until recently, we were not aware that it would require a sound permit due to the fact that it is enclosed from the buildings around it, and a lot of our events, the music is happening in the lobby, and so it hasn't been an issue. But since some of those, on beautiful evenings, everybody wants to have their DJ outside, we discovered that at an event in September. So though we are essentially located within Greenwood Park, we are residentially zoned. So it only allows for a type D permit, so that's sound until 10 o'clock, and it also would require a street closure, which given our location, yes, exactly, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What are we going to do, shut down Grand Avenue because someone's having a wedding at the Art Center? It seems a little strange. So we would love the ability to receive a type E permit, which gives us the potential for outdoor amplified music. We would love to be able to have that music until midnight, which is when those rentals go through, although typically that music ends by 11:15. And then they pack up, and it really is just kind of a few events throughout the summer. We don't see more than 4 weddings booked, and given with weather, it may be, 1 dealing with sound outdoors. But obviously, with the current permit structure, we just kind of can't do that.
I just have one quick question, and maybe not. Will our new zoning code for parks be able to handle things like this?
That wouldn't be the intent of the zoning.
Okay.
We do have history, though, of these types of requests, Sleepy Hollow being a recent one.
Well, and it sounds like you're going to do it in an area that is surrounded by 4 walls mostly.
It is, it's
And-
just
It's a
open.
courtyard.
Yeah. I just wanted to thank you for coming in. And I've talked to staff, and this is part of going through our process. So we needed We needed you to come in, and before we make a change like this, we need sort of all the council to move forward. But I'm happy to move this, and particular ask staff to come back to us with the needed zoning changes to address the current functions of that building. You know, I've been there for several events. I've taken my family there. Really nice Friday evenings in that courtyard, and it's a great location for a wedding. It's something that these things have been going on for I'm not sure how long, without any incident. So it's just really a matter of bringing our ordinance into line with practice and allowing what's a great community asset and institution to continue providing those services. So I'll move for staff to come back with the necessary sound ordinance changes to permit these uses.
Great. Thank you so much.
Sounds reasonable.
Stacy, thank you.
Thank you. Good work.
Linda?
Yes, Westergaard votes yes.
7 yes.
All right. It is 5 o'clock, so we will quickly move to the hearings. So item 43 is on the vacation of an east, west, and north-south alley rights-of-way located north of Grand Avenue and south of Ingersoll Avenue between 15th and 16th Street, and the conveyance to 15th and Grand Properties LLC for $170,000. Council Communication Number 18-545. A is the first consideration of the ordinance above. I will open the hearing and ask if there's anybody in the audience who would like to make any comments on this vacation. Seeing none, let's close the hearing.
And I'll move item 43, 43A, and I'll move to waive the second and third readings.
Westergaard votes yes.
All right, thanks, Linda.
7 yes.
44, on the corrected vacation of a portion of Van Buren Street right-of-way between Southeast 4th Street and Southeast 5th Street for Southeast 4th Street and Van Buren Storm Water Pump Station Project. A is the first consideration of the ordinance above, and we'll open the hearing on this item. Anybody here to speak to this pump station project? Seeing none, let's close the hearing.
I will move item 44A, and waive the second and third reading also.
Westergaard votes yes.
Seven yes.
Okay, item 45, in the conveyance of excess city-owned property located at 4200 Hubble Avenue to Martin J. Ermels and Kathleen Ermels for $156,448. Council Communication Number 18-546. We'll open the hearing. Is there anyone here to speak to this project? Anybody, 4200 Hubble Avenue? Seeing none, let's close the hearing. Linda?
With that, Your Honor, I will move item 45. I want to commend city staff for working with this property owner. This business is being relocated because of the Hubble reconstruction, and I'm delighted that we found a new home for them, and I think this will be a great location for them, and they're staying in Ward 2. So thanks to everyone for that. And with that, I would move item 45.
And
7 yes.
And you're going to vote for it too, right?
Yes, I'm voting yes.
All right. Item 46 on proposed 2019 action plan for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development HUD 2015-19 consolidated plan, council communication number 18-551. Is there anyone here to speak to this 2019 HUD action plan? Seeing none, let's close the hearing.
I'd move the action plan.
You're moving it?
Westergaard votes yes.
Seven yes.
Item 47, this is canceling a hearing on a proposed land exchange agreement with River Point West LLC. This item had been continued from October 22nd. We'll open the hearing, see if anybody has any comments on this. Seeing none, let's close the hearing.
I'll move item 47.
Item 47 has been moved. Linda?
Westergaard votes yes.
Seven yes.
Item 48, and proposed connection fee ordinance for Little 4 Mile Trunk Sewer System benefited district. This item was continued from October 22nd of 2018. A is the first consideration of the ordinance above. B is the communication in objection. We'll open the hearing and see if there's anybody here that'd like to make comment on this item. Mr. Manager, do you want to make a quick comment on this?
Yeah, so communication was had with our individual, Mr. Olson, and he continues to want to be removed from the benefited district. When looking at his situation with his parcel, there are 3 very similar situated parcels, and we are communicating with them as best we can at this point to see if all 4 need to be removed. In other words, we need more time. I'd ask for your continuance on this.
I'll move to continue item 48.
Westergaard votes yes.
Seven yes.
Okay, item 49 on the 4 Mile Creek wetland from East 34th Street and Southeast 14th Street. Bioswales, a resolution approving the plan specifications in form of contract documents, engineers estimate designating the lowest responsible bidder is MPS Engineers, PC, doing business as Kingston Services, PC, Umesh G. Shetty, President, $395,924.50. Council Communication Number 18-538A is approving the contract, bond, and permission to sublet. Open the hearing. Is there anyone here to speak about the 4 Mile Creek wetland projects? Seeing none, let's close the hearing.
I will move item 49 and 49A.
Okay, item 49.
Good job with that name, too, by the way.
Yeah, well,
Really good.
I think
I'm
we'll
starting up the clock.
And Westergaard votes yes. This will help with the flooding in Ward 2.
Seven yes.
All right, let's move to item 50. Item 50 is on the Gray Station Regional Detention Basin, a resolution approving the plans, specifications, form of contract documents, engineer's estimate, and designating the lowest responsible bidder as SM Henches N. Sons, Inc., Stephen M. Henches, President, $3,142,975.60. Council Communication Number 18-539A is approving the contract and the bond and permission to sublet. Let's open the hearing on this item. On the Gray Station Regional Detention Basin. Anyone in the audience to speak on this?
Seeing none, I'll move 50 and 50A.
All right, 50 and 50A have been moved.
Westergaard votes yes.
Seven yes.
Item 51, on a storm drainage category D repair contract 2, resolution approving the plan specifications, form of contract documents, engineer's estimate, designating the lowest responsible bidder as TK Concrete, Inc., Tony J. Vermeer, President, $272,803. Council Communication Number 18-540, A is approving the contract and the bond and permission to sublet. We'll open the hearing on this item regarding storm drainage Category D repair contract. Anybody to speak? Seeing none, let's close the hearing on this item.
This shouldn't be much of a surprise. This is more damage caused by the June 30th storm. We picked up some at the last meeting on 38th and Meek, and now we're going to some more areas over, off MLK and the like. I do like the fact that, A, they rounded up their price. That makes it a lot easier for me. And I want to congratulate the engineering. The estimate was $366,000, so we came in well under that. So 2 kudos go out for that. So I'm happily going to move item 51 and 51A.
Westergaard votes yes.
Seven yes.
Item 52 on McRae Park bond dredging, a resolution approving the plan specifications, form of contract documents, engineer's estimate, designating the lowest responsible bidder as C.J. Moines and Sons, Inc., John P. Moines, President, $933,055.50. Council Communication Number 18-541, A is approving the contract and the bond and permission to sublet. Let's open the hearing on this item. Is there anybody in the audience to speak to this item?
Seeing none, I'll move 52 and 52A. This will be a nice,
All right.
nice improvement for that
Item's
park.
been moved, and we'll close the hearing.
In stormwater.
Westergaard votes yes.
Seven yes.
All right, let's note that this is our last hearing item, and we end the hearings at 5:11. Takes us back to item 42I, Roman numeral 1, actually, maybe, approving a preliminary terms of the third amended and restated urban renewal development agreement with River Point West LLC for the Gray's Landing project, Council Communication Number 18-554. Is there anybody like to speak to this item? Mr. Manager, you want to make any comments on this?
No, there's been, in the blue letter, that explains most of those elements of this increase, so we can take any questions.
Anybody have anything? If not, can we have a motion?
Yeah, I'll move this, and I just want to commend staff for, I know this was complicated and required a lot of working through details, and appreciate all the work that staff put in on this.
Linda?
Westergaard votes yes.
Seven yes.
Item 42II, preliminary terms of the First Amendment to the Urban Renewal Development Agreement for Gray's Station Project, Council Communication Number 18-556. We'll open it up and see if there's anybody here to speak to this item. Seeing none?
Seeing none, I'll move item 42II.
Westergaard votes yes.
Mr. Coleman?
Sorry.
Seven yes.
All right, that's the last item on our agenda this evening. However, before we close for the evening, I'd like to turn it over to City Manager to talk about a new promotion in the
Yes.
director's positions.
Thank you, Mayor. So the council's aware of this, but for the benefit of the public, I have made a decision, and it was announced just a couple days ago, in hiring the Community Development Director. Mr. Chris Johansson was chosen and started that role this morning with us, so I want to congratulate Chris on that selection as our new Community Development Director.
Chris, stand up, I
Yep.
mean, come on.
So Chris has done fabulous work for the city for several years in a couple different departments, community development, obviously, but also housing, and even in the city manager's office for a time. So we get to use his skill set now as we have several initiatives in the community development department that need to advance, neighborhood revitalization being one of those, that Chris is very well suited to lead, but we also have our zoning, we have the DICO project, and many, many others that need to advance. So looking very much forward to having Chris on board in that role. So thank you.
Chris, congratulations, and short of a drum roll, I'm going to bang the gavel. This meeting's adjourned. Thank you. Congratulations, Chris. What were the bets tonight? What time were you guys going to be done?
5:15.